Let's hide the landscape. Then come to these, select the whole thing. Let's rotate it to make it look a little bit more straight. That. Then we can just duplicate and move it around. And we do an establishing shot. So you can also come over here. Here's another one. But this one, what I want to do, just make it a little bit taller. And why I'm bringing it up is because I'm going to grab the terrain and bring it to that same level. So bring it back a bit, like so. And then come in with the terrain, landscape, and start modifying the landscape. So increase the size a bit. Sculpt up. And I just want the circle. So I'll bring it up to the height that I need it. And then I'll grab an alpha and play with the like so. Then come back in, increase the size, and you can start modifying the terrain. And then all we want to do is give like a bit of variations to it. Like so, like it had dirt accumulating. And then we change the color on the terrain to make it blend in a bit more. And if you press shift, you can lower the ground. And what I want to do is bring a bit. Let's make the strength a little bit less. Too much. Let's make it 0.1 so that I can click and drag like so. And then let's go into paint and let's start painting. Let's do mud. And we're going to spline. Add more splines. Keep adding. Bring it up. Rotate it. And remember, Alt and click and drag. Just keep going behind the house. And then all splines, I mean, to add that. And then we smooth it out. Keep clicking so that the ground adjusts. Then all we want to do is come into sculpt and finish out most of the stuff. Like I'll smoothing this out. so it's not that harsh. And here as well. And here we'll have to just bring this a bit down so you can see the road. Let's go to the spline again. Bring it down and bring this one down. Then we can just adjust with the sculpt tool. Making everything a little bit more even, especially here. So I'll bring it up, then I'll smooth it out, so you don't get those jagged areas. And then we come with the sculpt, decrease the size. There you go. It's looking way better. Now let's paint again, and let's paint over here. And I'll just make this 5 so I can paint faster. And we come over here. I'll just press shift to delete what I don't want. And then I'll create some puddles. You can see like so. Now let's add some trees. So it's looking better. Now let's add some trees. So you go into foliage. Go into the forest collection, foliage, trees, and let's add some of these trees. So click and drag. It's gonna take a minute to load because it's loading the asset. It's gonna compile the shaders as well. There you go. Now let's see what we got. Click on it. Just doing one. And it saved some of these settings, but the settings you want to keep in mind is density is always on 1, so lower it below 1. Then you see that all my trees are straight up. Is because I like when normal. If you uncheck that, the trees is always gonna point up. If you do align to normal, if you do it on, if you start painting on slopes, it won't try to do it because of the angle. So what I want to do is let's start adding some trees like so in the background. And you can see I can populate it. And then scale from 7 to 1. Let's add more trees in the background. Let's add a different type. Like that. Then let's look for plants. Come down. and check the plants out. Let's fix this part. So what I want to do with that part is I'll go back to landscape and I'll grab the sculpt tool and I'll just increase this part right here, like so. And then smooth. And let's paint. Paint with mud. There you go. Check, what is this? It's creator. Now I want a bit more around the house, like so. Now I'll come with the puddles. Some puddles around. Wherever I put a puddle, like so, I'll also sculpt and sculpt down, because puddles are not in hills, are mostly always like so. Now our scene is looking way better. Now let's check back with the foliage. Let's see what this tree looks like. I don't like those bushes. Let's see this one. Actually, let's go with these. Yes. Now let's add some, like so. And then wherever you don't want trees, they're all uniform right now, so make them 0.2. And there is a brush that if you did it, you don't have to redo it again. I think you do reapply. Is it reapply? Let's just erase it and apply it. So we just remove. For some reason they added too many. And now check 0.2 to, let's say 0.8. I don't want it that big. That's way much better. Then come to the landscape. Actually, no, foliage. Let's see. Now it's looking way better. So now all you want to do is give it more life, because it looks static. It looks like we just have the buildings in the scene. We don't have anything else. So if we play, let's take a look. If we play the game, you can see now we have somewhat of a city. But what this scene is missing is variation, and that's why we brought in all these meshes. So let's start adding them. So let's do this, increase it in size, 2.9. Let's see. There you go. There you go. Now I'll turn off that so that I can align it properly. There you go. Now let's add 2 poles. Like so. And another one here. Let's delete the foliage on this side. Oh, delete it. Just press. So let's do this. And then I'll go into landscape mode and paint. And then I'll paint a little an area here, like so, and then add some puddles on this area. Now I can come in and grab my crates like so and start creating that scene that we had. And another one. So bring another one above it. Smaller though. Let's bring in this one. Increase it in size. Drop it down. And you can see how it's coming along nicely. Then let's grab the little crate. And we can do this. Like so. And we can add actually these to support that. So 2.9, rotate. And another one on the other side. And so now we have this. So let's save the scene and I'll go back into my landscape. I'll try to see if I can fix this area right here. Landscape, splines, select those spines. Let's see. I'll actually bring this a bit up. Do it again. Spline. There you go. It's looking better. This one, I'll lower it down. Like so. And then sculpt, smooth this area right here. Decrease the brush a bit more. There you go. So it's looking more interesting. So now